And here we are, back again. We have arrived on Kytar in its capital, which is literally called Kytar City. Or is it the capital? It might just be called that because that's literally where the Kytar royal family is located. Anyway, we're off to find Prince Brodyn, who is the one carrying the dark mithril that Duncan gave to him. But we have no way of locating him right now, so we're just gonna stroll around town and talk to people and objects and see what happens. Like we always do. Did your bandana change? No, but I did recently wash it. I'm impressed that you noticed. Hello? Right, oh. So... Kytar, as far as I know, is the... It might be the origin continent for elves, but it's where most elves live, so we're gonna see a lot of them. But we're also gonna see a lot of humans, because even though Kytar has the highest elf population, there's also a lot of diversity, so they don't pop out as much. Where do I have this information from? A wheelbarrow. From Ocean of Time, because of course I do. Prince Brodyn is handling negotiations for Davidian High Watch extremely well. He'll make an excellent king, I believe. I am honestly really impressed that Brodyn is up for negotiations with Davidian or the Davidian royal family in any shape or form. Because they slaughtered his entire family. And I would have slaughtered him as well if he just didn't happen to be at the right place, in the right time. Duncan sneers at the realm but has no words for how much contempt he holds for it. Yeah, Brodyn. Just like Silky was a really important side character in the first Arvale game, Journey Evolution, which was Duncan's first adventure, and his entire deal was he was part of an, I assume, elven, since he's elf himself, an elven royal family in Kytar. Kytar has like a lot of royal families, and they're constantly at war at each other. And one day, Brodyn ran away from his responsibilities because he didn't want to be king. And while he was away, the Davidians, which is another elven family, at least I assume, which is another royal family on Kytar, who had like a really tight, really close relationship with Sorsylf, proceeded to completely eradicate Brodyn's entire family. And Brodyn is basically now kind of like the last of his kind in a way. I mean, like, he's not the only elf left. There's plenty around here, but he's the last of his bloodline. Is that how you would call it? I'm not sure. You put on a fake spell for the wheelbarrow and hopes that it will lighten up its mood. How nice. Can't interact with the barrels? Sad. You display your contempt for the rituals performed by the members of the Order of the Shoe Nut to the wheelbarrow. Is that an actual word, or does it just mean shoe nut? Anyway, the name does not ring a bell to me in any shape or form, so it is not connected to any other previous Arvale lore. Unless I missed something. This house, before we go up, I think this is where we get I remember, at least in my first playthrough, which was a long time ago, that there should be a chef. Right. And we're gonna get a side quest for him to retrieve our flower, I think. Shelves are packed with all sorts of spices, herbs, and flavorings Duncan has never heard of? What? There's no way. Duncan knows every plant ever. No, no, I recognize the herbs. See, I was right. I would have been very surprised if he didn't, at the least. If he didn't know. Ah, you're just in time. Time to leave. Aw, where am I going to find a good sucker to test this stuff out? That would be a first. Oh, you're not one of my students. Sorry about that. I run a cooking school here and use my students to try things out. I'm too biased towards my own dishes. For what? To taste my new recipe. Here, try this out. It tastes rather bland and spicy. I think it was... If I remember correctly, he makes like bad tasting food for the army, and I don't know anymore why. Almost perfect. I've been trying to perfect this dish. So close. What dish would that be? Soldier gruel. Well, that sounds just lovely. It has to be just bland enough so they don't enjoy it and won't eat too. And won't want to eat more. It's spicy enough to make them drink plenty of fluids. The perfect meal for the battlefield. But it's still missing something. If only I could my hands on some Vanderblume spice. Is it made from the Kytarian Vandurblume flower? Yeah, I think so. Why? I'm a gardener, I can spot one a mile away. In fact, I'm pretty sure they grow in the northern part of this continent. Yes, if I remember correctly, this side quest is actually really easy and fast to complete. Really? Well, if you happen to see one, do me a favor and bring it back here. It'd be a great help. We literally just have to retrieve a flower and then just go right back. I wonder if you could do that now. Let's explore first. Right. Chest. Bag of sand? Oh no. Some rotten food blocks the way to the rest of Kytar. How unfortunate. Well, that's disgusting. Wheelbarrow. You need to prioritize talking to Wheelbarrow first before talking to any people. You do your best impression of a clothesline. You already did that to like 4 other wheelbarrows, or 3. I don't trust all this talk about peace. Kytar has been at constant war with Dividium, and even Highwatch for centuries. It's just too hard to believe. I wonder if a lot of these people could be half-elves, or at least not, or have at least some human or elven ancestry, and not, because, like, the ears and the way they look. And it could also just because of the assets that Jmod is forced to use. But they look at least very different from the elves in Invil. Or could just be a difference between Invil and Kytarian elves, I'm not sure. Bag of sand. Are we going to annoy Chev even more? Oh my, they're reporting to send all the way from Sonorous too. Just let Chev explain to you both why you never want to listen to him, at least on this subject matter. But why? What could they possibly be using the sand from Sonorous from? I think I saw some of this sand in Melonki as well. The mystery continues. You guys are teasing him. It's not nice. No! You made him cry. Are you happy? You made him cry. Just let him explain it to you. No more dresses. This color just doesn't look good on anyone. Pink? I don't know, I've been told I look good in salmon. I'm pretty sure it's pink, which is a color you can't touch apparently, because, or at least something that has... Duncan seems to be allergic at least to something in pink dye. So fabric that is pink dyed is not an option for him. Duncan, that's not salmon. Ooh, it's my favorite color, pink! Hello. No way! Whoa, easy there. My apologies. My horse usually doesn't scare easily around foreigners. Animals are so sensitive. Especially suspicious-looking foreigners. Animals are so smart. Why? Come on, Duncan, you look incredibly suspicious to me. Does he? Duncan? Duncan Forsyth. My apologies for not recognizing you earlier. I'm so sorry. You are free to go about your business. You were saying, Sakura? Nice. Let's continue robbing the populace. Hello? The enemies in Majesto Grove consist of many rogue soldiers. I think that's where we're gonna find Brodyn. That are extremely strong. If you find yourself getting beat up, it's always best to come back to town and recuperate. Right. Log pile and wheelbarrow. Now that is a nice pile of logs. Just look at how evenly it's stacked. You break into a smile from only one glance at the wheelbarrow, knowing that you both share a common interest. Bucket. The bucket mocks you, you won't let you pass. Nice. Hello. There is an actual for real fortune teller in Arvale. Could very clearly tell that she was able to see the future. Ah, Lanka. I wonder what happened to her. We're gonna visit you later. She doesn't give us a quest or anything, but I have thoughts about this NPC. I'm gonna talk about her in a bit. I think all this peace business is fishy. Ever since Prince Brodyn got betrothed. Oh right, I think he's now he got arranged marriage. Like he's in an arranged marriage right now. He seems to have lost his fighting edge. I'm pretty sure that's where all this peace talk started. Yeah, Brodyn was quite determined and spirited in Arbitrary Evolution, you know, running away at like age 17, which do elves mature just as fast as humans do, or they just have a lot more extended adulthood, or do they need longer to mature? Because like, was Brodyn 17 also in human years, so to speak, or was he? I wonder, was he like a small kid when he ran away from an elven perspective? Dogs were a thing in Ocean of Time in Kytar City as well. Dementia really likes dogs. There was even one in the castle, which is right up there if my memory serves correctly. And again, like, I don't know if Kytar City is called Kytar City because it's the capital of Kytar, or if it's just called Kytar City because this is where the Kytar royal family resides. Kytar has a bunch of royal families and they're like constantly at war with each other. There's the Davidians, which are by far the most aggressive of all the ones and also the most spooky looking. Then there's the Majestos. We don't know much about them, except that's what Majesto, I assume, the groove. I mean, we know only that like a groove, which we're gonna visit pretty soon, is called after them, the Majesto Groove, which I think was also a monster camp in Arvale 2 Ocean of Time. It was quite a pretty monster camp too, kind of like Phrygian Falls in Toke. Very beautiful nature and all that. And then there's King Highwatch, or like the Highwatch family rather, which the Highwatch proceeded to, at least King Highwatch pretty much proceeded to adopt Prince Brodyn. Now, speaking of Prince Brodyn, then there was also like Brodyn's family, which then got eradicated by the Davidians. Yeah. You asked the wheelbarrow for advice on how to deal with nasty sunburns. Interesting. Rope. Duncan curses at the rope for blocking his way. He then feels a bit ashamed at the words he used, because he honestly doesn't know what they meant. All these silly excuses for not letting us see the rest of Kytar City, because as far as I know, Kytar City is huge. So, well, it might be the capital, or it might just be, I mean, both could be true. It's called Kytar City because that's where the Kytar were. Like, there's the Majestos, the Davidians, the High Watch, Brodyn's family, and Kytar royal family. And, yeah. And this is, in Kytar City is where the Kytar royal family resides. Anyway. Hello. Don't it. Sakira's eyes glitter for a few moments, mistakenly thinking the tomatoes were gems, while they must be really shiny and polished and good-looking. A card on the table says, free tea for paying customers. What about non-paying customers? What do they drink? This kettle is completely dry. Ah, the same thing then. Air. No more mentions of sandbags to make Chef cry even more because all of you do not let him explain to you, do not let him explain why there's bags of sand everywhere. Wheelbarrow. You showed a wheelbarrow what the dentist did to your molars last week. You told that to like 2 or 3 or 4 other wheelbarrows as well. We can't interact with any of these barrels, or we can interact with that one. Oh, but wheelbarrow comes first. You discuss your favorite novel by DM with the wheelbarrow in hopes for raising its spirits. DM wrote novels? Dementia wrote novels. I thought he only wrote scientific books. I didn't know he also wrote fiction. I'm now very curious. I would like to read one of Dementia's novels. I would like to read all of Dementia's novels. I like fiction. Chef grazes the barrel with his thumbs in an interesting way as he walks past it. He can't help himself. It's not possible. He has to. Nope. Rope. More bags of sand, but we can't interact with them. Actually, this rope isn't that bad, but it's still stupid. Pfft. I wish we could interact with all the barrels. I wish we could hear Chef play the barrel. We could at least hear Dementia play the barrel in Arvale 2 Ocean of Time. Like, you could hear Dementia in Arvale 2 Ocean of Time play on the barrel. But while I was looking through games files, I went through the audios. I can't find those the barrel music, you know, when he plays the barrel. I don't know where it is in the game files. I can't find it. I can't find any other sound effect or music, but I can't find the goddamn barrel music. It's a mystery. I don't know where it is. I've been stuck here for weeks. I really wish they would get the bridge to Blue Harbor fixed. Again? Right, so while Kytar, the continent, could be visited in both Journey of Illusion and Arvale Ocean of Time. And you know, also Arvale Short Tales, but I will talk about that later. You could only visit you could only visit half of the continent each time. Like, in Arvale Journey of Illusion, you could visit the lower part of Kytar, where Blue Harbor is, and the High Watch Castle, and also its forest, and then also the monster camp Maestel, and also that other monster camp which was called Baylord Castle, You can read more about that on that really long blog post I made and mentioned before. But yeah, and in Ocean of Time, you could only visit the upper half, which we are in currently right now with Kytar City and the Kytar royal family and the Davidians and Majestic Grove and such. Anyway, hello. Alright, I will talk to you. In our short tales, our short tales took place in the lower part of Kytar that Duncan could visit in Journey of Illusion. The entirety of our short tales took place in Kytar and Kytar only, the lower part. I think it would be a big stride for the elves as well. If I'm not an elf myself, but many people associate war and violence with Kytar elves. Almost exact opposite of the elves of Invel. Which is ironic, because the elves of Invel are descendants of Kytarian elves who were sick of the constant war on Kytar and fled to Invel, but at the same time they're the ones supplying the Kytarian elves, or just maybe not particularly the Kytarian elves, just the continent of Kytar, with their arms, with the weapons that they make, just continuously fueling the fire. Where do I have this information from? A wheelbarrow from Ocean of Time. We've been at war for so long, it would be difficult to imagine Kytar as a peaceful continent. Yeah, I don't think it will be peaceful anytime soon. If Kytar becomes peaceful, it will join the ranks of many other continents of Arvale and be able to accomplish much more. Yeah, I imagine if you're constantly at war, you probably don't accomplish a lot. I'm so thirsty. A human, see? Like, welcome to our list. It's 600 skill to stay right. It's only 5G in Garga. Welcome to Kytar, the land of aristocratic rule. Yup, and aristocratic prices. I'm really sorry, there's nothing I can do about it. The price is set by the king himself. Damn. Hello. I don't trust Davidian. Yeah, neither do I. I think he has something else planned for the negotiations. Wait, I just realized something. I think in a previous episode, while we were in Mavalo's forest, I talked about how we never meet Davidian. And I'm pretty sure I'm not sure, but like, I remember that Brodyn is making negotiations with someone from the Davidian family in Majestic Grove. I thought it was always somebody from the Davidian royal family, not King Davidian himself, but now I'm not sure. Because the way they talk about it, it sounds more like he's talking of it sounds more like Brodyn is actually negotiating with the King Davidian himself. Everyone seems to ignore the fact that it's not just Kytar and Davidian with which the peace negotiations are going on with. Remember, Highwatch is taking care of it too, and King Highwatch is a shrewd man. I mean, it's Brodyn. Prince Brodyn talking to Davidian or either someone from the Davidian family. And Brodyn was adopted by Highwatch. So he's kind of a representative for Highwatch. So it makes sense. I'm surprised that Brodyn is willing to negotiate with the Davidian royal family. Especially if it turns out to be King Davidian himself. Because, again, they slaughtered his entire family. What happened to the Majestic family? They suddenly disappeared from this continent years ago and no one has heard from them since. That's just weird. Uh-oh. In Journey of Illusion, we are able to only explore the southern or lower part. And the in-game lore reason why we couldn't visit the upper part of the Kytar continent was because the Davidians were at war with the Majesto royal family. And I'm thinking, did they do the same thing that they did to Brodyn's family, where they just killed all of them off? Because they totally will. Like, in our Ocean of Time, at least, we don't meet any Davidians, but we intrude. We see the castle and everything, and what people talk about them, what they're like, and they just sound like they're straight up evil. I think in Ocean of Time, somebody even just describes Davidian as evil incarnate. And they did it once, and I would not be surprised if they attempt to do it again. Just that this time they leave no survivors. Nothing? Not even like the tablet? I wonder if humans on Kytar can speak Elven. Or I wonder if a lot of them just learn it. I wonder if they speak a mixture between Elven and I guess human, or the Kytar human language. Because there's a universal language in Arvale that we learned that from the sign in that was standing outside of Melonki in our Church of Memories, which had something written in common tongue, which I assume is the universal language, and something that was written in Dwarven. Like, I'm wondering if they're not, as long as they're not speaking like common with us, I wonder if they're speaking some sort of mixture between Elven and I guess Kytarian, human Kytar language. I don't know. No barrel, no interaction with the barrel. Sad. Can we go? No. It looks like a few papers are scattered on the ground, but if that were the case, Duncan could easily step over them. In actuality, it is a huge amount of papers, which is impassable. Very, very funny. Bucket. This wooden bucket is made from wood too, which is probably why I just called it a wooden bucket. I do remember something about an elf having a fascination with wood from my first playthrough. It appears the bed is made from wood, even the sheets. You mean paper? Or really bendable wood? Either way, that doesn't sound comfortable. Even the books are made from wood. Well, duh. Paper is made from wood, but I guess Duncan is actually talking about the covers, which are usually made from leather and not wood. Every single thing in my house is made from good old-fashioned wood, and that's a rare thing to come by these days. I personally don't trust stone. Why? If your house is made from stone, it can at least withstand the time for a really long time, and I imagine as an elf, you would probably appreciate that. Now, a wood house, given a long time, will probably wither away into non-existence, unlike a stone house, which will probably remain as a ruin, that can later be inspected by some researcher or something. Who knows? Personally don't trust stone. What about that wine glass? That's not part of my house, it's temporary. What about that wine bottle? If I could, I would buy wine from the barrel. But living in Kytar, it's simply too expensive as things are with the trade these days. Now, speaking of researcher, and speaking of the barrel, and speaking of the man chef, who subsequently has to do with barrels, there was this one time where, I don't know in what town it was. I think it might have been Diaz, but I'm not sure. I think it was a port town. Or was it? I don't know, but next to some pub there was a barrel. Instead of playing it, the midship just casually indulging in some be rich without paying like that. It was very funny. Duncan stares at the crate for a few moments, trying to figure out what to do with it. Then gives up and continues to stare at it for no reason. Again, I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about the Arvale games. I remember one time Chef was sitting on a crate, apparently was so sharp it stopped his blood circulation and his legs went numb and he tumbled and had to massage like the blood back into his legs for a good 20 minutes or so until he could walk again. Very silly stuff like that. Weapons and armor sales have seemed to gone down lately. I can only blame the negotiations that I should switch to being an item salesman. Well, they weren't joking. Kytars really are associated with violence. Aren't you happy? You can now commit to a new profession that requires less blood on your hands. Alright, you are blocking... Yes, you are blocking the way outside. And I think you're doing that on purpose, because I think you are Rufus. And if I remember correctly, you're gonna give us a really interesting item. Ah, Duncan, long time no see. Rufus, what are you doing in Kytar? I didn't read about it on Facebook. Ah, yes. You've been checking it, I see. The truth is, I've moved on from Facebook and found something even more useful for my touring business. I think it was called Flutter. It's like Arvale's, or it's like Arvale's equivalent of social media, I think, or the internet. I think it was more like social media. More useful than a Facebook? What is it? Oh yeah, it's this new thing called Flutter. Flutter? How does that work? I've never heard of it. You know, I'm not sure how it works myself. I've only been using it for a few weeks, but ever since I started, my touring business has reached even more popularity. Ooh, sounds interesting. Sounds like pain. I'm so not surprised that Sakura is interested, considering how much she enjoys Facebook. So how does it work? Is there some place in town where we write stuff down? It's very similar to Placework, except you carry it with you. What? You carry a book with you? I'm already doing that. I assume Duncan is referring to his quest book or quest log. No. You need a special device. I think they sell them in the item shop here. Oh, so you don't give it to us, you just inform us of it. Let me check on Flutter. Ah, yes, they do. Great. You just check Flutter right now? Is it like an encyclopedia? I guess it's more like the internet in general, where you just look stuff up. No, you could communicate. I guess you could think of it like that. But instead of searching for answers, you write down your questions in a book and other Flutter users will respond. Huh? How in Arvale does that happen? I'm not sure myself. Some sort of magic, I assume. Just imagine everyone carrying the same book at the same time, and everyone can write their questions in it. Wouldn't that get messy? The pages would be full of writing. That's the genius part of it. Everything is sorted by topic, like an encyclopedia, as Duncan suggested. For example, I'm looking at the Kytar page right now. Ah, I get it. So it's like a portable placebook. Yes, in any case, you can pick up a Flutter device in the item shop here if you're interested. After I just got used to using placebook. Come on, Duncan, let's check it out. It should be fun. Indeed, and Rufus is now letting us leave Kytar City, but we're not doing that just yet. And yet another wheelbarrow we can't interact with. Sad. The wheelbarrow and you have a quick chat about the economic crisis which led to the decline of the Mazuean Empire, spiraling into the depths of unknown history. First of all, you confessed to an earlier wheelbarrow about your ignorance of Mazuean history, but you clearly are not as ignorant as you stated you'd be. Second of all, they had an economic crisis? Like the Mazueans disappeared, we know that. Actually, you know, if you're hunted by another very militaristic civilization, which was the Konya, At least most of them. I imagine you would probably run to some economic crises because of the constant war. If you want to know more, go play Arvale 2 Ocean of Time, please! It's such a good game. It has a really, really cool protagonist. And you can learn more about Venezuelan history and be even more knowledgeable than Duncan about it. Hello? Oh, it's Rufus. Whoops. And this one... Welcome to Kytar. Okay. The bucket mocks you and will let you pass. And neither will you, I assume. No way I'm moving from this spot. I have to protect the road. What's down there? Honestly, it's just a bunch of houses. Kytar is a huge city, but this is the main part of it here in the center. It's sprawls out pretty far, but there isn't anything interesting. Not to me! I want to explore the rest of Kytar City. From what? From strangers like you? It's our narrator! Hi! I just want to chat with this entity. They seem really cool. Unfortunately, if you talk to them, they're just gonna say, would you like to change your party members now? And we're gonna say no, because we don't want that. Ah yeah, wait, let me explain. You might notice that everyone is quite high leveled. Evil. This goes for Krigen, Saipa, and Noko as well, who is currently in cat form. Why? Because I loaded an old save and proceeded to grind even more in the Miloneo's Apothecary, because the monsters there drop a lot of XP. And well, Duncan definitely has learned all of his skills, considering he's max level now. And I think I also managed to make everyone else learn all their skills. So we will probably not have any trouble with future monster encounters. Or bosses, hopefully. A regular placebook. Duncan has returned to Kytar with a large group of people. How does he keep his hair so red like that? Isn't Duncan like 40 by now? He must be painting it. Or using magic. I think Duncan is gonna say that this is his natural hair color. And probably also comment on the age. First of all, this is my natural color. Second of all, I'm nowhere near 40. Nope, he's currently 29, I believe. Yet. Oh. Alright. Right. I imagine from an elf's or even half-elf's perspective, like Silk, humans live very short lives. I wonder if she ever contemplated Duncan's short lifespan, at least from her perspective. Just reading what they wrote. How old are you anyway? I have this memory problem. But you collected all the fire herbs necessary to remember everything, so either you're lying, which you have no reason to do so. I just checked the stats screen then. Oh right. Why would Duncan lie about his age? He's just 29. Yeah, 29. I like the biography here, and just all this very niche information that is completely unnecessary, but is just still need to know. Silk. Half-elf, yes. She's almost my height. Just 2 or 3 centimeters bigger. Birthday, November 6, age 63. Yep. He's on the older side. He has lived through quite a lot of adventures. No way. He's just as short as me, or just surrounded by freakishly tall people. I'm just as tall as my favorite character from the Arvale universe. Like down to the centimeter. That is maybe like off 1 or 2, but still. I'm gonna ignore you even more. I'm gonna explore the castle before I visit that particular house. Hello, I would like to purchase a... Why did you do that, Duncan? You talk to the shopkeeper over at the desk, not walk around. Welcome! Can I interest you in some items? I want to flutter. Ah, yes, you want a flutter device? I'll take it. We have enough gold. Maybe even too much gold. You got a flutter device. How would I use this thing? Simply access the flutter device from the items menu under special items and then use it. It's really that simple. Quick fourth wall break. But indeed, I like this device. Just as much as Sakura likes this device, maybe. Actually, Sakura probably likes it even more. Because... I think every time we interact with the flutter device, we're gonna have the entire party do some banter, or like some of them are gonna interact with each other in really fun ways. And I just really like the characters in Arvale. So if you flip to the Kytar section, it makes a bit more sense. It says here that someone saw Brodyn heading towards the Majesto Grove to the south. Indeed, now we finally know where to find him. Oh, it says here that the legendary hero Duncan has become so popular he's dating 2 girls at once. I believe that might be misinformation. Hey, that's not true. You read it, not me. I have no idea how I got in this room. There's nothing here. They didn't know what to do with you, so they just stuck you somewhere. I'm having lovely memories to a really funny bit from Ocean of Time. So, Chef, are you going to enlighten us about what is behind this door? This very much locked door. Don't even bother. This door is locked really tight. It's the Kytar treasury. How do you know that? How do you know that, Chef? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? No. Look, just trust me. I've been to Kytar before. There's no way of getting into that room. Curious. Hello. Planning? Oh, no. This is just a placemat. The king's idea, actually. All the placemats in the castle have maps of Kytar on them. Pretty handy, actually. Well, I guess that's one way to make sure the soldiers don't get lost. Sharpening my... No. Actually, I'm eating lunch. King's idea, actually. All of the soldiers' eating utensils are swords. This is where you get used to holding them in any situation. That must look really silly. Well, I guess they learn how to move the swords a lot more accurately, or something. I need a break. This whole peace thing sounds like a wonderful idea to me. Sounds like a wonderful idea for everyone. But I have a feeling it will probably not come true, considering it's Davidian. or Davidian himself, or someone from the Davidian family. Peace sounds boring to me. Polishing my... No. I'm just getting prepared to eat. King's idea, actually. All tableware, including lids to keep things warm, are made up of pieces of armor. In this case, a helmet. Interesting. Locked! Foiled again. Are you going to comment on that, chef? Were you by any chance upstairs? Not much to do up there anyways. That just leads to the outer walls. The king's bedroom and the armory. How do you know that? I don't. Lucky guess. Logic. Are you sure you've never been in there before? Positive. Shall we move on? And you? Do you do alchemy? Looks like it. But everything becomes peaceful. What will happen to all the soldiers' jobs? I like being a soldier. Really? I don't want to find a real job. Well, sucks to suck. I'll be honest with you. I can't feel my toes. Oh no. I'm getting really sick of looking at the guard opposite of me. I need a new post. Wait, are you guys not allowed to move even one bit? And why would you make the soldiers stand? It would be a lot more smart to let them be able to sit if a fight ever breaks out. And energy, they're not well rested because they're using up the energy standing all day, so they wouldn't be that much use, but they wouldn't be that useful in battle. At least not as useful as it would be if they were more rested and could sit. Duncan Forsyth and Cyper, what brings you here? This is King Kytar. Not the king of Kytar, it's just that the royal family is called the Kytar royal family, but as I said before, there are multiple royal families on Kytar, the continent. What brings you here? I need to speak with Prince Brodyn. It's urgent. Of course. However, it seems that Brodyn has just left the city. He's working so hard on negotiations, you see. Negotiations? Indeed, negotiations between Lord Davidian. Okay, so it's confirmed. He's speaking with Lord Davidian himself. I mean, you will see. But I guess I was wrong when we were in Mala's Forest, because I thought it was just somebody from the Davidian family, not Lord Davidian himself. King Highwatch and Kytar, which is you, not the continent, so that we may finally see peace on this continent, and it seems to be going well. Yeah, that's wonderful. So where can I find Brodyn? If memory serves me correctly, I believe he said he was going for a walk in the Majesto Grove to clear his mind for a bit. I have a feeling Brodyn might have lied to you. Because, I don't think he was going there to have a simple walk. Majesto Grove? Where is that? Leave the city and head east. Majesto Grove is just north of the bridge connecting the south part of the continent. Thanks! New? Hello, Queen Kytar. Are you an elf? Which probably makes your husband an elf as well. Maybe? Good day, Dunkel. What a pleasant surprise. They looked like humans in Ocean of Time, but that might just be because of a lack of art assets. What I'm curious, is the Kytar royal family made up mostly of humans? Or elves? Or are they just mixed? Humans and elves? Are Kytarian elves called Kytarian elves because they live on Kytar, or are they called Kytarian elves because they're ruled by the Kytarian royal family who are also elves? Or both? I'm overthinking. Quite busy. How unfortunate. When you're not busy, you should take the time to enjoy yourself. Is it? Indeed it is. Your company is always welcome. I'll imagine so, considering Dunkel is quite known. in a positive way. Hero of legend and all that. Yes, pleasant. I'm happy to see you are doing well. You should visit more often. Right, we're back again here in this house that I have, I wanted to save for last. I took a little break and I saved my game in here. And, well, even before interacting with anything in this house, I was extremely caught off guard by the name Kytar Fortune Teller. This implies a lot of things. I so very much wished I had played Arvale Tales now before my first playthrough of Treasure of Memories. Because now, I'm pretty sure if I did play Short Tales before Treasure of Memories, I would have absolutely remembered this particular house with this character right there. Actually, I should remember this. I played Ocean of Time before Treasure of Memories. I should be able to suspect the significance of my first playthrough. Unless... Okay, I'm gonna start explaining. So in Arvale 2 Ocean of Time, which takes place around 1,000 years before Journey of Illusion, you are able to visit Kytar City and meet an odd character who's just called the Occult Woman. At first she doesn't seem very special, just I believe con woman is the term. She scams people and dabbling in fake magic. She sells weird cures and remedies that don't work, and there's no actually any magical properties to them. But if you are in the right place at the right time, or rather at the wrong time, you learn that there seems to be there's more going on to her than it seemed at first. That she actually does possess at least some real magic capabilities. Arvale Ocean of Time deals with a lot of time travel and also timelines. And twice, at least if you try to get a good ending, the Mischief is transported into a messed up timeline where the world has gone to shit basically. Arvale is at constant war with the Konyan Empire and Entok and Sorcev, which are like the two main forces. It's only in that timeline, at least if I remember correctly, that the Occult Woman shows that there's more going on with her than it seems. Well, I did play Arvale Ocean of Time before Treasure of Memories, but I know I got the bad ending the first time around. Meaning, there's a possibility that I completely missed the Occult Woman on my first playthrough, and thus just didn't recognize her here in Treasure of Memories, if this really is her. I just forgot about her basically because she didn't seem unimportant to me, or any interaction here just went completely over my head because I was missing the context. Anyway, in Ocean of Time, in the messed up timelines, when she's revealing more of her magic capabilities, her real magic capabilities, she recognizes the Mischief and demonstrates being able to see the future, like a fortune teller, or at least something like it. She knows who the Mischief is when he enters her home, and he knows where he will have to go next as well, if I remember correctly. And where he has to go next at this point in the game is underneath the Vidian Castle. It is there that he'll find an artifact he's after, one of many. Usually it goes like this in Ocean of Time. You enter the dungeon or temple. The dungeon usually is a temple. You enter the final room with the artifact, grab the artifact, monster spawns, you defeat the monster. It's like the boss, right? Minor exception is the temple in Melonki where the monster spawns outside of the temple. But, again, the temple underneath the Vidian's castle, things play out quite differently there. Once the Mischief steps into that final room, he's not greeted with silence like usually. Instead, a conversation takes place. A monster does guard the artifact, but it wears a visage that, despite the long time that passed and the many non-human changes it has, the mischief still recognizes. It carries the face of an old friend he once knew in his youth. His name was Baylord, now a vampire. Now, I know this seems random. Back in Arvale Short Tales, Arvale Short Tales takes place exclusively in the southern part of Kytar. This game came out after Ocean of Time. In that game, we meet a character who shares similarities with the occult woman from Ocean of Time. She's called Fortune Teller Lanka. I talked about her a few times in this playthrough. Over the course of playing the game, we learned that she's a lot more than a simple fortune teller. Fortune Teller Lanka, or rather Mistress Lanka, is a really powerful mage who seems to share some history with a certain malevolent vampire by the name of Baylord, who reigned with terror over the entire continent of Kytar. The Manchef, of course, eventually puts a stop to this. If you want to learn more about Brodyn, you can indulge in this really long and giant lore post I made. I promise it's fun. I try to make it as fun as possible. In that giant lore post, I proposed the theory that the occult woman from Ocean of Time and Lanka from Arvale Short Tales could be the same person, or that at least the occult woman inspired Lanka, the character. And considering that this house is called Kytar Fortune Teller, by the way, the occult woman in Arvale 2 Ocean of Time in Kytar City was never called a fortune teller, but now she is in this game. Interesting. She's sitting in the same house as the occult woman inhabited 1,000 years in the past. Lanka in Short Tales had to move her fortune-telling business elsewhere because the vampire destroyed the town, which was called Myrestill, by the way. You might recognize this name as well, because I'm sure I mentioned it in this playthrough at least once. I think I did an Inwell. Anyway, Lanka lived in Myrestill, but the vampire destroyed it, and she had to move her business elsewhere. We don't know where, but I think now we have a pretty good guess, and I'm so curious now if my theory is going to be proven correct. I was expecting something more interesting. Like what? Fortune tellers eat normal food just like you and me. What you call food, I wouldn't exactly call normal. Hey, not all of us can survive on eating weeds and grass like you. They're not weeds. I told you they're a special herb that I grow in my garden specifically for... Shall we move on? What's the point? I thought fortune tellers don't have reflections. I hope for Arvale Short Tales references when I shall receive. Just not going to correct him and tell him it's actually vampires, right? Okay, never mind. No, that's werewolves. It's vampires! Yeah. You would know, wouldn't you? You would know. Do you have personal experience with them, perhaps? Isn't it imps? That's what my dad told me. I was under the impression that only spirits cast no reflections. Spirits? I don't think that's quite right. And neither were the others except Chef, of course. But this actually reminds me of something. Because the reason usually, it depends on the story, of course, why vampires don't have reflections or don't cast shadows, in some cases even can't be photographed, is because they are soulless, since those are like means to capture the soul. And interestingly, in Arvale Short Tales, while you play Baylord the Vampire, you can encounter a secret boss which is called the Baylord Spirit. I talk more about this lore post. It implies some things, and I may have overthought. Maybe I have started overthinking a bit, but you can indulge in my mad ramblings or in that lore post I made. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Oh, I like this. I'm almost nervous to talk to that NPC now. Are you sure it wasn't demons? That's what I've heard. We can't all be right or wrong. In any case, fortune tellers have reflections. Otherwise, I would have really tough time getting dressed. Good point. So you a bard, a mage, and a fortune teller? Damn, Sakura, what other professions do you have that I don't know about? What else can you do? Alright. Hello, maybe, possibly, Mistress Lanka. How are you doing? Dunkel and Chef. It's been some time. It's been some time. That is also something that's word for word, at least I think, something that Lanka also says in Arvale Short Tales. Like in Arvale Short Tales, you can play multiple characters. One of them is called Tabis the Assassin, and I think that's I think she might say this to multiple playable characters, but I know with Tabis the Assassins, she should say something like this or something similar like this. And then Tabby's response with is I don't know you. It's been some time, even though this is the first time we've met, at least for Duncan. For Jeff, I'm not so sure. Do not know you. I sense you have lost your way and some of your memory. Unfortunately, I cannot see the future clearly if you cannot see your past clearly. Interesting, so there are some conditions when it comes to seeing the future. Do I know you? Of course you do. You used to be a regular customer of mine. I was beginning to worry. Shall I read your fortune? No, but if you could read my past, that would be a lot more useful. Why? We collected all the thyroid herbs necessary, you should remember now. Oh, sorry, I can only read one way, and that's forward. Darn, some other time then. She knows that she should call him Chef. I like the way she trails off. She knows Chef's secret. No, I have never met this woman before. I'm not sure I believe you. Oh, but I have met you. Shall I let everyone in on your little secret? I imagine your credibility as a fortune teller would ride on your precision. It would be a rather terrible thing if you were to get any details incorrect. I would hate to report you to the Fortune Guild. I sense some hostility. Perhaps some other time, then. Oh my god, it's you. It has to be you, right? It has to be you. Your name is Lanka, right? I'm like 99% certain now. Did one of my other theories just get proven correct? I think so. At least of course it's not 100% confirmed or anything, but like it's heavily implied, just saying. Alright, very well. Right, we have to find Brodyn. And now we have a pretty good idea where he might be. Thanks to our new flutter device. Duncan groups. Oh, it changes. Interesting. Oh, it says here Duncan's group looks determined to do what? Anything more fun? Someone won't. How does that blonde girl do it? Just look at those legs. If I had legs like that, I'd wear the same outfit. The hell? We have two blonde girls now. Which one are they? No, let me visit this place right there. Alright there. I wonder what sort of commentary Chef would give us. I would love to see his reaction to visit that place right there. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. But unfortunately, the bridge is once again completely busted, just like an Ocean of Time, which prevents us from visiting that particular southern part of the continent that I would love to visit. Blue Harbor and High Watch are currently unreachable due to the recent construction of the new bridge. We apologize for the inconvenience. J-Bot, why do you do this to me? Why do you tease me with the dragon music even though I know there are no dragons? Davidian Sorceress and Highland Rogue. Interesting. Well, I can very much imagine this forest being full of guards and traitors. Imagine Sakura must be absolutely shredding it to be able to buff the party in such a massive way. Ooh, what is this? Fallen Knight. Like, I assume fallen from grace. Hi, what's up? Am I interrupting? Well, for the negotiations to continue smoothly, that was the main reason for meeting you here. So much so for taking a walk. And, what voice am I gonna give the evil King Davidian? I have indeed no, that doesn't. And I have indeed complied with all of your requests thus far, have I not, Prince Brodyn? Indeed you have. So what is this new request that you are asking? It is a small matter, but I do request one small addendum to ensure the treaty is fair for both of us. Which is? I have recently learned that you have come into possession of a rare mystical artifact from a certain gardener. What? How could you possibly have that information? I have told no one of this. I have my sources, of course. In any case, I request to be given this artifact in exchange for the treaty's signing. I apologize for the inconvenience, Lord Davidian. However, that was not a part of the treaty, and the artifact is not mine to give away. I see. It looks though as our negotiations will take much longer than anticipated then. Excuse me, sorry to interrupt. I know you're busy and everything, but Duncan, what are you doing here? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your picnic. This isn't a picnic! Oh, is it a barbecue party? I love barbecues. He's such an idiot. Or is it a barbecue party? Anyway, Brodyn, you know that thing I gave you to take care of? I need it back. Now is not the first time, Duncan. Could it possibly be? Is this the gardener? Yeah, I'm a gardener. How could you tell? It's my clothes, isn't it? Duncan, I request that you give Brodyn permission to give me your artifact. Nah, it's mine. You speak like that to Lord Davidian? I mean, I understand wanting to disrespect him, but also that's quite bold. Brave, even. Or perhaps just stupid. Now it looks like the negotiations will be shorter than anticipated. I will have the artifact. My dead body. As you wish. We gotta help out Brodyn, but it's too crowded, so it has to be taken out of the party. Indeed, a shame. Sakura definitely has to be there. I'm just gonna... Silk, of course. Silk, I love Jeff, but Silk has to be here because she was there in the first game together with Brodyn. Of course she has to be here again as well. Lord Davidian, the myth himself. One of the many Davidians that have lived. What can you do, Brodyn? This is something interesting about Brodyn. I don't know if this is just unique to Brodyn himself, or if this is something that all of his family members were able to do. holy magic, which is like the opposite of what Dividian can do or is. Because I remember the first Church of Louis playthrough, I let my current most strongest attack that Silk had was the black hole magic, and when that is used on Dividian, it healed the guy. So I imagined that Dividian would be one of those dark elves, or that he's like the opposite of Brodyn, which he is, like both character-wise, metaphorical, and perhaps even like literally, like he's a creature of darkness and Brodyn is a creature of light or something. Who knows? Who knows? Deals holy damage to one enemy. Well then. Speaking of Brodyn's family, something that also has led to the eradication, aside from the Dividian family attacking them with the help of sorcery, potions, magic, assistance, basically. Brodyn's family believed that using magic in battle was dishonorable, but I wonder if they had used magic, especially holy magic, if they could have stood a chance, or at least survived. And let's finish this off big time. Holy storm, let's go. Sakura is also gonna fire away. Silk will also give it her whole. God, that looks powerful. Oh, never mind. Fire heals this guy. Good to know. Okay, so fire and dark magic heals the video. Well, I guess I see now why the lava surrounding his castle might even be all that more appealing to him. Phew!
You haven't seen the last of me.
This definitely puts a damper in the negotiations. Prince Brodyn of Kytar has joined the party. By now, he simply needs introduction. True. You learned a lot from talking around. Sorry about that. No need to apologize. It appears Dividian was not to be trusted after all. Really? The guy who is responsible for the death of your entire family, and possibly the Majestos as well, is not to be trusted. Who would have thought? As you were saying, you wish for the item back? Yes, do you have it? Indeed, I've been carrying it with me ever since you gave it to me. However, here is probably not the best place. Let's head back to Kytar Castle, shall we? Okay. Before I forget, we should take care of this. I know this flower, the Kytarian Wonderblume. Oh, damn it, I skipped the text. We should bring it to the cook in Kytar City and see if he likes it. Oh, he sure will. Items. Special. It gives off quite a pungent aroma. Great for covering up the taste of bland food. Lord Devine is currently on holiday. Those wishing to gain entrance to his castle should be informed to direct all inquiries to the pit of lava surrounding it. What an inviting looking castle, really, surrounded by all this dead and dreadful flora and the lava pit. Wow, he really knows how to decorate. No, Baylord at least. He was also all super spooky and everything, right? But he didn't proceed to he built his spooky castle by a lake surrounded by really beautiful nature and everything. He had some taste. Hello, I have the flower. You're just in time. I have this Wonderblume. Hey, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Still fresh too. Wow, this will be perfect. Thanks a bunch. You're welcome. I'm well paid and well funded by the king, so here's for your troubles. Thanks again. You got 3,000 gold that we totally don't need. But Brodyn gets a bunch of XP, and so does Sakira. Yippee! Ooh, this spooky music. That is quite a story. So you believe this artifact has some connection to the Dark Mithril? Isn't it Dark Mithril? Yeah, because it is Dark Mithril. And what do you intend to do now? You mean, after you give the artifact to me? Oh, my apologies. Here, take it. Duncan received the Cytaean artifact. Thanks. Are you okay? Nothing. It's just that ever since you gave it to me, I've never let go of it. I feel strange, but do you know where to get another one? More Dark Mithril, maybe. In fact, I've been thinking about this. Looks like the Dark Mithril wants you to get more Dark Mithril, like a addiction almost. Also makes sense why Duncan was in Cytae looking for more. Now, I think we should go to Cytae. What? Are you serious? Yep. You don't have to come with if you don't want to. It's not that. It's that place is so creepy. And you still don't know what Dark Mithril does. Well, we have a pretty good idea now. It definitely makes people insane. I'll figure it out when we get there, I'm sure. Sounds dangerous. Probably. But I have all these wonderful people to protect me. Indeed you do. No, Chef, don't do that. Chef is a real man, my man, Chef. He is loyal like a dog. Loyal to a fault. He never betrays or leaves his friends behind. He really should have that one time. Anyway, right? Cytae is a dangerous place, Duncan. I only came to find out about the Great Wheelbarrow incident. Now that I know, I no longer want to revenge, but I think this is as far as I go. I'm only looking for my dad. I don't want to go to Cytae. Everyone knows that place is scary. I think we should wait until Gaga's help. Better yet, my time would probably be better spent convincing them to speed things along. I see. I can't force anyone to go, and you all have great reasons not to come. Sakura, thank you so much for all your help. You've been great. I'm really sorry about the poet and the Great Wheelbarrow incident. Noko, you're so young. You shouldn't be put in any sort of danger. I hope you find your father soon. Saipa, you're probably right. As usual, your time would be better spent in Garga convincing him to take some action. So I guess the party has changed. Does anyone want to come with me to Cytae? Chef will, because I can. He will come with. He is loyal like a dog. He also likes dogs, by the way. I think I said this multiple times at this point. And this would be the first time he would throw himself into dangerous situation due to his loyalty. I'm not scared of Cytae. Besides, you need a rock expert to check on the Dark Mithril. Count me in. Thanks, Crichton. I'm in. This is far too interesting to turn down. I think that's not the only reason. Like I said before, I feel somehow involved. No, responsible for some of this. Responsible, you say? Interesting choice of words. You're a good man, Chef. Yeah, trust me, I really needed to hear that after everything this guy has lived through. He really is. He needed to hear that. You have no idea what this guy went through, Duncan. You have no idea. I have some idea, right? But even I don't know everything about Chef. 36 years. He's 36 years old now. There must have been so much happening. So many adventures that I don't know about. I still don't know. You have the Eye Scepter. That was what I was looking for originally. I think. Count me in. I'll gladly come with you, Duncan. Brodyn, my man. Brodyn, but what about Kytar and negotiations? Fuck. Like, Dividian and negotiations? I don't think that's happening anymore. The entirety of Arvale is more important than Kytar. Come on, you didn't think of it, sit back and let you save the world on your own, did you? Of course not. It's Journey Evolution Day all over again. Brodyn, yes. Just like in Journey of Illusion. Great, it's decided then. Let's all take one last ride together on the ship. Drop everyone off where they want to go, and then head towards Kytar. I'll decide on the ship then. The decisions. Yes. Something on your mind, Saipa? Well, if I progress and Garga decisions are reached, we need some way of communicating with each other. Well, there's this device called Flutter. Hey, that's a great idea. That way we could all keep in touch too. Well, yes, perhaps. I was thinking more of staying in sync with Dunkel, but that would also be possible, I assume. Well, what about the placebook thing? That seemed to work well so far. I can't read anymore. Not a terrible idea, but I doubt there's a placebook on Kytar. Placebook also has quite a large time differential. What? I believe he means it takes some time before news travels from one town to the next. I'm certain there's no placebook in Kytar as well. What about that thing that Rufus mentioned? Flupper, was it? Right, Flutter. I've been meaning to try that out. Oh yeah, Rufus did mention something about that Flutter device. Would that work, Chef? If it does what Rufus claimed it does, yes. That would seem to be the perfect way to communicate. Great! It's a good thing we picked one up from the item shop then. So, everyone will meet on the ship? Right, let's go. Indeed! Speaking of Flutter, let's check it. Check the Flutter device. It seems like a bunch of random stuff people have done that day. Oh, it says here, Duncan's group looks sad. That's probably true. Anything more uplifting? Someone wrote, they must be super rich. Just check out the diamond armor they're wearing. Just check the armor they're wearing. Diamond? Platinum? Who can afford such luxury? How many exclamation points did they use again? 7. Definitely insane. God forbid Duncan ever sees my chats. I write like a madman. Good protection costs money. It's that simple. I'll miss that bandana. Huh? Why? Are you going somewhere where you won't see it for a while? Indeed. We have a long trip planned. I heard the rest of your party is already on the ship. Shall we head out? Yes, we're all ready. Great. Hop aboard. We'll set sail. I'm sure this will go super smoothly and there will be no drastic interruptions during our ship ride and nothing bad will happen and this will... Yeah. I feel a bit lonely. I have my memory back now, but it's taking some time to get used to what I've done. Some of it is hard to believe. I imagine so. It'll be sad to see the others leave the party. It's been a short amount of time, but we've been through so much together. Silk. Seems like something is bothering her. I should leave her alone while she works it out. Chev, Saipa, and Brodyn seem to be having a conversation. Oh, well, Noko and Sakura are chilling together. That's cute. Kytar sounds like a scary place. And according to my memories, it looks like a scary place too. Is spooky music not gonna play? No? Okay. I'm glad I won't be going there alone. Ooh. Something has been bothering me. Brodyn, I'm sure you are trustworthy. Are you absolutely sure you told no one of the artifact? Positive. Not even my father knows of it. Oh. Oh! 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 Like I said earlier, that Highwatch did adopt Brodyn, but like, it was not like, it was never like, it was not called an adoption per se in the first game. I think they just said, that Brodyn just said, Highwatch like, took him under his wing. But like, it was like subtly there that Highwatch kind of did like, care for Brodyn. Like, he had like, Brodyn believed he had compassion for him, and I'm pretty sure that was true. And it's just, but to actually see him refer to King Highwatch as his father, that's just sweet. That's just sweet. I believe Brodyn, and if he had told someone, surely Angarg and Ancient would have heard and found out about it. Wow, you guys are impressive. Which means eventually I would have found out about it. And the first you heard of it, the first any of us heard about it, was from Duncan Arvale and Gaga. Which means, oh no, someone in our party, someone on this ship, is a traitor and possibly working for Davidian. Or worse. I actually, for real, don't remember. That is like some important story bit, and I should remember. I don't know if really there was a traitor, or if the mystery was solved in a different way. Who could it be? Maybe it was Duncan himself, but then he would surely remember. Strange. We should be careful then. But who? Loco! No. Hold up. Jabot did not just... I think that dialogue transition here was on purpose. I am suspicious. My guess is it's not gonna, like, come on, that seems like, that was put like this on purpose, come on. What's wrong? Did she get eaten by a Leviathan or something? It's a Leviathan! It got Loco, what should we do? A Leviathan? I can handle that. No, you can't. No, you very much can't. This is not the same Leviathan like from Arvale Journey of Illusion. This thing is much bigger. You cannot handle that one. I'll be right back. No, you won't. Duncan, no! What the hell did he do? Duncan! Where are we again? Alright, on an airship. Of course, there's so much to get here, it's a bit hard to remember all the details. I don't think this tutorial plagues are going to help my memory very much. Perhaps I should speak with everyone to hear what their story is. We are controlling Slick now. Alright, I'm gonna explain it very quickly. It's gonna be obvious once we talk to the characters, but basically, once the Leviathan attacked the ship, the party got split. And we are going to play multiple storylines that happen at the same time now. We can choose which one to do first. Cypher's storyline is the shortest one. Duncan is like... not as short, but also not that long, and Chef's story is the longest one. But we're gonna go ahead and explore the airship. Barrel! All of the barrels on the ship have paw marks and are sorted dense on accounts of Chef pretending they're drums. More bags of sand. Not a bag of sand. I wonder if we're delivering this from Soneros. I'll have to inform Sakura and Duncan later. He just refused to let Chef explain it to us. Oh no, no, it won't sink. There's no water beneath us anymore. It's all air and clouds. Well, head down. We need a better way of controlling this ship than simply shouting orders and pushing masts around. Jeff promised a system which would use the existing helm. I hope that comes soon. Hello. I could swear I saw a giant bird following us. Uh-oh. That's concerning. But a bird wouldn't be wearing a helmet, would it? Maybe flying is making me crazy? Oh no. Bird wearing a helmet? I don't remember. Crap, I don't remember. I should know this. I should know this. I should know this. I should know what the guy is referring to. Is the airship gonna crash? Once we played all the storylines and arrived on Site A? I for real don't remember. It's been such a long time since I played Treasure Memories. No! Bird wearing a helmet. What the hell could that be? A dragon? I'm not sure. Bird wearing a helmet. I should know this, god damn it. Rope. While we tried to keep the ship free of all rope, so Duncan would be happy, the captain insisted that we at least keep one. I hope Duncan doesn't freak out. But the airship can't crash, otherwise the crew is not gonna die or something. So if we push it in this direction, the ship will sink? Yeah. Can't talk to that guy. Brodyn! Worried about Duncan? Yeah, a little. A little? This guy just got eaten by a leviathan, including Noko. I wouldn't worry too much. Okay, I'm sure he'll be fine. He got eaten by a giant sea serpent. Or at least I assume it's... actually, I don't know. By a giant sea monster. Silk has every reason to be more than just a little bit worried, and you should too. How can you be so sure? Well, I've heard stories about others who were swallowed by the Leviathan and successfully escaped. Sure, but still. Really? How? That's good. Okay, it's like when you talk with Brodyn, we're gonna start Duncan's story, but we're not gonna do that. First, we're gonna talk to everyone else. Looks like he's sleeping again. I assume that's not a typo, it's more like that Silk also has trouble pronouncing the name correctly. I can't blame him, he helped us a lot in Stygia. I'll let him rest. Stygia. That's where Chef's story will take place. This is way better than sailing on the sea. With this airship, I'll be able to change the way the train works entirely. If only we could get a handle on the controls. We talked to Sakura, she's gonna tell us we're gonna start the Cyber story with her, but we're gonna decline. So Saba will be in Site A soon. Oh, how do you know that? I read it on Placebook just before we left Clumet. Apparently, his mission in Gaga was not what he expected. Tell me later. Hello? This mast still feels a little loose. That's why steering feels so floaty. Chef warned us about this. We're going to have to lock it down somehow. Ahoy there, Silk. Hello to you too. Slightly busy at the moment. Can we check later? Yeah. That? Oh, sand. But you can't direct with the barrel? Oh. Well, this is interesting. Another bag of sand. I wonder if we're delivering this to Soneros. I'll have to inform Sakura and Duncan later. I guess Silk is just not as interested in barrels as Chef is. Hello. If we replace the sails with these giant clock piece thingies and shove some dragon scale gawk all over the place, I have no idea how any of this is working. Airships, everyone. Alright. Right, Chef. Maybe landing in Saitei soon. That's good. Yes. Alright, I'm gonna end the episode here. We will decide next time, well, what tale we shall play through first. I think I'm gonna start with the shortest and end with the longest. Meaning, we're probably gonna see what Saipa is up to next in the next episode. I'll see you soon.